It's pretty, huh?
She was turned away from me, staring out the window, so I could hardly see her.
I love driving past under street lights.
Light, a visible reminder of invisible light.
That's beautiful.
TSO8, you read it too in English last year. I hadn't actually ever read the whole poem that the line was from, but a couple of parts I did read got stuck in my head, so yeah. I saw her hand in the center console. I could have put my hand.
Oh, it's a quote.
I saw her hand on the center console. I could have put my own hand on the center console, but then her hands would have been in the same place at the same time, but I didn't.
Say it again.
Light, a visible reminder of invisible light.
Yeah, damn, that's good. That must really help you with your lady.
Thanks, Lady Ren.
Susie dumped you?
How do you know she dumped me?
Oh, sorry.
Although she did. The breakup happened months ago, but I don't blame Margaret for failing to pay attention to the world of lower caste romance. What happens in the band room stays in the band room. Margaret put her feet up on the dashboard and wiggled her toes to the cadence of her speaking. She always talked like that, in this discernible rhythm, like she was reciting poetry.
Great, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I can relate. My lovely boyfriend of low these many months is having sexual intercourse with my best friend.
I looked over, but her hair was all in her face, so I couldn't make out she was kidding. Seriously? She didn't say anything. But you were just laughing with him this morning. I saw you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I heard about before first period, and then I found them both talking together, and I started screaming bloody murder. And Becca ran into the arms of Fifth Bauer, and Jace was standing there like a dumbass with his jaw drool running down his stank mouth.
I had clearly misinterpreted the steam in the hallway. It's weird because Chuck Parson asked me this morning what I knew about you and Jace.
Yeah, well, Chuck does as he's told, I guess. Probably trying to find out for Jace who knew.
Jesus, why would he hit her with Becca?
Well, she's not known for her personality or generosity of spirit, so it's probably because she's hot.
She's not as hot as you. I said that before I could think better of it.
That always seemed ridiculous to me, that people would want to be around someone because they're pretty. It's like baking a breakfast cereal based on color instead of taste. It's the next exit, by the way. But I'm pretty sure I'm not pretty. Not up close and great. Generally, the closer people get to me, the less hot they find me.
That's...
Whatever.
It struck me as somewhat unfair that an asshole like Jason Worthington would have sex with both Margot and Becca, when perfectly likable individuals such as myself don't get to have sex with either of them, or anyone else for that matter. That said, I'm likely that I'm the type of person who wouldn't hook up with Becca Arlington. She may be hot, but she is also one, aggressively vacant, and two, an absolute unadulterated raging bitch. Those of us who frequent the band room have long suspected that Becca maintains her lovely figure by eating nothing but the souls of kittens and the dreams of improper children. Becca does so suck. I said that trying to drop Buckenrow back into the conversation.
Yeah.
Looking out the passenger window, her hair was reflecting oncoming streetlights. I thought for a second that she might be crying, but she rallied quickly, pulling up her hoodie and taking the club out of the warm-up bag.
Well, this will be fine anyway.
May I ask where we're going yet?
Becca's.
Uh-oh. I said that as I pulled up to a stop sign, and I put the minivan in park and told her that I'm going to take her home.
No felonies, I promise. We just need to find Jace's car. Becca Street's the next one up on the right, and he went and parked his car on her street because her parents are home. Try the one after that. That's the first thing.
Okay, but then we go home.
No, then we move to part 2 of 11.
Margaret, this is a bad idea.
Just drive.
We found Jace's Lexus 2 blocks down from Becca Street, parked in the cul-de-sac. Before I'd even come to the complete stop, Margaret jumped out of the minivan with the club in her hand. She pulled open the Lexus driver's side door, sat down in the seat, and proceeded to attach the club to Jace's steering wheel. Then she softly closed the door to the Lexus.
Dumb bastard never locks the car.
She pocketed the piece of the club, and she reached over and tousled my hair.
Part 1 done. Now Becca's house.
As I drove, Margot explained parts 2 and 3 to me. That's quite brilliant, I said. Even though inside I was bursting with a shimmering nervousness. I turned onto Becca Street and parked 2 houses down from her mansion. Margot crawled back into the way back of the minivan and returned with a pair of binoculars and a digital camera. She looked through the binoculars first and then handed them to me. I could see a light on in the house's basement, but no movement. I was mostly surprised that her house even had a basement. You can't dig very deep before hitting water in most of Orlando. I reached into my pocket, grabbed my cell phone, and then dialed the number that Margot handed to me.
Hello?
Mr. Arden? I asked that because Margot wanted me to call, so no one would recognize my voice.
Who is this? God, what time is it?
Sir, I think you should know that your daughter is currently having sex with Jason Worthington in your basement. And then I hung up. Part 2 accomplished. Margot and I threw open the doors of the minivan, charged down the street, diving onto our stomachs just behind the hedge from ringing back to his yard. Margot handed me the camera and I watched as an upstairs bedroom light came on. And then a stairway light, and then the kitchen light, and finally the stairway down to the basement.
Here he comes.
I didn't know what she meant by that until, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a shirtless Jason Worthington wiggling out the basement window. He took off sprinting across the lawn, naked before his boxer shorts. And as he approached, I jumped up and took a picture of him, completing part 3. The flash surprised both of us, I think, and he blinked at me through the darkness for a white-hot moment before running off into the night. Margot tugged at my jeans leg. I looked down at her, and she was smiling goofily. I reached my hand down, helped her up, and we raced back to the car. I was putting the key in the ignition when she said,
Let me see the picture.
I handed her the camera, and we watched it come up on the screen together, our heads almost touching. Upon seeing the stunned, pale face of Jason Worthington, I couldn't help but laugh.
Oh, God.
She said that and pointed that in the rush of the moment, it seemed that Jason had been unable to get little Jason inside of his boxers. And there it was, hanging out, digitally captured for posterity.